Little Pips, tiny and fluffy, sat on a bench. His huge, sparkling eyes blinked innocently. A small bow tie adorned his neck. He happily hugged his small, glowing star toy. Pure, unadulterated joy radiated from him. The scene was one of softest hearts. Suddenly, a massive shadow enveloped Pips. Grimm, a giant, ugly brute, appeared. His skin was stone-like, jagged and menacing. A deep, aggressive scowl etched his face. Grimm towered menacingly over the small creature. He let out a silent, guttural roar. Grimm snatched Pips's cherished star toy. Pips trembled, his tiny paws shaking. He reached up, his huge eyes pleading silently. Grimm's cold, hollow laugh echoed. He raised his massive foot. The star toy was crushed under Grimm's foot. A cruel act, targeting the most vulnerable. Pips's eyes widened in horror. The glowing toy was now shattered pieces. Grimm's shadow loomed larger. Pips's tiny body began to shiver. His happy expression vanished instantly. A whimper escaped his lips. Grimm's scowl deepened with satisfaction. He watched Pips's distress. Pip's small hands clenched into tiny fists. He looked at the broken toy fragments. His sparkling eyes began to well up. Grimm took a step closer. His heavy footfalls shook the ground. Pips instinctively recoiled. The air grew heavy with tension. Grimm let out another low growl. It was a sound of pure malice. Pips felt utterly helpless. His world had just been shattered. The joy was replaced by profound fear. Grimm smirked, a cruel twist of his lips. He enjoyed Pips's suffering. Pip's bow tie seemed to droop. His fluffy fur bristled with terror. The silence was deafening. Only Pip's ragged breathing could be heard. Grimm turned slowly, his task complete. He cast one last contemptuous glance. Pips was left alone, utterly devastated. Close up, Pips's face, tears welling. Huge, shimmering tears spilled over his cheeks. His tiny body shook with uncontrollable grief. He collapsed to the ground, sobbing into his paws. Grimm's massive foot kicked dirt towards Pips. The bully walked away. A satisfied smirk. Pips was a small, broken heap in the mud. His sobs echoed in the sudden silence. The weight of loneliness pressed down. A tiny, vulnerable creature, utterly heartbroken. The world felt cold and unforgiving. Only the sound of his own weeping remained. Grimm's massive foot crushed the glowing star toy. A sickening crunch echoed through the quiet park. Pips's eyes widened in horror. A silent scream. The glowing fragments scattered on the ground. Close up on Pips's huge, sparkling eyes. They welled up instantly, shimmering with unshed tears. A single, giant tear rolled down his fluffy cheek. Then another and another. A cascade of sorrow. His tiny body began to tremble uncontrollably. He let out a soft, heartbroken whimper. Pips collapsed to the cold, hard ground. His small paws covered his face. Deep, guttural sobs racked his tiny frame. His bow tie askew, soaked with tears. Grimm watched, a cruel smirk on his jagged face. He seemed satisfied with the pain inflicted. Grimm's heavy foot kicked some loose dirt. The dirt scattered towards the sobbing Pips. Grimm turned, his stone-skinned back to Pips. He lumbered away, his shadow receding. Pips was left utterly alone, a tiny heap. His sobs were the only sound in the park. He curled into a tight, miserable ball. His fluffy fur was now matted with tears and dirt. Despair seemed to engulf the little creature. The broken star toy fragments lay nearby. A long shot of Pip's, small and isolated. The world felt cold and empty around him. Minutes passed, marked by his shuddering breaths. Then, a small, gentle hand entered the frame. It was soft, with delicate, kind fingers. Pips didn't notice. Lost in his grief, another small creature sat down beside him. This new friend was quiet, patient. A warm, soft blanket appeared. It was gently draped over Pip's shivering shoulders. The unexpected warmth made Pip stir. He slowly lifted his tear-streaked face. His eyes, red and swollen, blinked slowly. He looked up at the new presence. A kind, gentle smile greeted him. The friend's eyes held no judgment, only warmth. Pip's sobs began to subside. A shaky halt. He took a deep, trembling breath. The blanket felt incredibly comforting. A tiny spark flickered within his heart. It was a fragile, nascent hope, kindness, a gentle, healing balm. The friend offered a small, comforting pat. Pips leaned slightly into the warmth. The world didn't feel so utterly broken. A new beginning, born from shared solace. The friend's presence was a quiet comfort. Pip's tiny hand reached out, almost touching. A silent understanding passed between them. The harsh edges of his pain softened. He felt a flicker of peace, finally. The sun began to peek through the clouds. A new day, a chance for healing. Pips took another deep, hopeful breath.